Hey friends, today I'm going to be talking about how I practice, some practice tips, specifically how to practice efficiently. I get a lot of questions about the best ways to practice, and while I don't know like specific repertoire or specific details of what I can tell you to practice, I can tell you there's a definite good way to outline your practicing and follow that for the most efficient and powerful way to get results with your practicing. This goes for any instrument. So first of all, it's important to know how much time that you've got set aside to get your practicing done. For the sake of just using a good solid round number, let's say your goal is to practice for an hour every day. Well, with that, you've got to decide in that precious hour, what are you going to tackle? What's going to be the most important thing for you to focus on? There are three key fundamentals to improving and practicing on an instrument. The first is the foundation of scales. Scales are vitally important for building your technique, intonation. You're going to spend 1/4 of your time on scales. The next important foundational component that you're going to use in your practicing is a technique or an etude book. This can be something as simple as just like a basic note reading book. So technique and sight reading, note reading, etudes, focusing on a certain skill level, that will be the next 1/4 of your practice time. So far, if we're using the hour time frame as an example of the time that you have to practice, 15 minutes will be spent on scales, and because that's 1/4 of an hour, and then 15 minutes will be spent on your etude. The last half of your practicing, so that last 30 minutes of your 1 hour example, would be spent on your prepared pieces. Whether it's reviewing a piece for an upcoming performance or practicing a new piece. If you're in the Suzuki method, sometimes that's like all of your review pieces that your teacher will ask you to do. So whatever that is, whatever your prepared piece is, you'll spend half of your time on that. So we'd have 1/4 of your hours as scales, the next 1/4 is your etude or technique, and then your final 30 minutes would be your prepared pieces. I like to do it in that order as well. I think there's something about setting your practicing up with solid scale work and then etude or technique. That lays a really great foundation so that when you jump into your prepared piece, that you're warmed up, your fingers and your mind, everything's limber and ready to go, and then you're able to really make the most time out of practicing your pieces. If you have any questions, or maybe you have a different way that you practice, put it in the comments. I'm always interested in learning more, but this is the best way that I have found personally for me as a musician and also as a teacher. I structure my students' lessons this way. I structure their practicing this way, and I also structure whenever I practice on a regular basis. This is how I also structure that. So happy practicing. Send me a message in the comments and let me know what you think. And please don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for joining today. Have a great day.